recording.
Hold on, take it from one thing.
Turn his face first. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Very nice. Thank you so much.
Is that come with the camera in the front?
Yeah.
Thank you. Our one and only Ayebiafo, Jnana Church with God. Keep clapping, please. Thank you.
I'll move. Step around.
Thank you, DJ. Thank you very much. Thank you, and thank you for your patience, waiting all up to this time. This is a very important occasion, the first ever in Columbus, Ohio. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. My name is Stella Sari from Columbus, Ohio, Platform 14. And I will be privileged, and I'm privileged to let my able lady here, she is Platform 14 chair lady. She is able, she is so. I didn't want to embarrass you, but I have. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, it will come later. All right, thank you. At this time, may I call on Ms. Ophelia Asantua for the opening prayer.
So why in yes over before man now dear do has so good. Yeah, you can say bedin oh be right. You just being now going is a one to mess. And I was so I papa now do not do has so good and I sing county. If be right, you will be a just show us. In so Bamana question, you may pay and I say Kabiama at the moment. Amen. But your Rebecca, your prayers.
Adorable Lord of mercy and love, salutations and prosperity unto thee. Thou art omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient. Thou art Sachi Ananda, existent consciousness and absolute bliss. Thou art the indwelling of all beings. Grant us an understanding heart, equal vision, balanced mind, faith, devotion, and wisdom. Grant us inner spiritual strength to resist temptation and to control the mind. Free us from egoism, lust, greed, hatred, anger, and jealousy. Fill our hearts with divine virtues. Let us behold thee in all thy holy names. Let us serve thee with these holy names. Let thy name be forever. And let us abide in thee forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you, Auntie Ophelia. Thank you so much. May I now call upon Victor Ablo to give us a welcome message.
Transformation. I greet you all in the name of God and beneficent, the merciful and the one true God, to whom all praise is due. We thank him for his mercies and goodness to us and the whole human family. We thank him for the messengers that came before us, and we thank him most importantly for his servant in our midst today, in the person of Jnana Ayebiafo, Jnana. Thank you for being here with us today. As members of this great organization, we can't thank God enough for the man who continues to teach us and share with us not only knowledge and wisdom, but he gives us an example of what a man or a woman should look and be like. And that we are most grateful. On behalf of our founder, Jnana Ayebiafo, we welcome you all to Transformation 108 Foundation USA. We are glad you have chosen to be part of this family. It is our hope that the purpose of which you decided to join this family will be granted. Our family transcends religious persuasions, and everyone is welcome. This family is not a church, mosque, or temple, and as such, all members are encouraged to continue fellowship at whichever denomination you belong to. Just keep a clear and open mind and be receptive to the knowledge you acquire from our teacher. Once again, I say welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Ablo. Now, may I call upon my friend, my frenemy, my one and only Joyce Koduka, to introduce the executives.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Auntie Stella. Yeah, she told me she was going to rip me today because I did some. We'll talk about that later. I'm here to introduce to you your executives. So we on platform 14, we are privileged to have, I'm going to start from the top. So let's go. We have Mr. Osei Frimpong, our global advisor, the big boss himself, is here with us. Yes. The showman. I mean, make some noise for him. Make some noise for him. Yes, the showman. Everybody, all the ladies here. Maria, much money. Yes, that's our global advisor. In case you need something concerning advice about transformation, even your personal, just see him. He will sort you out. And he's here. We are also privileged to have in our midst the chair lady and the wife of the global advisor in our midst. And she is in the person of Mrs. Anita Frimpong. Give me a shout. She deserves a shout. This woman is, she is just selfless. She goes and she's like, I can do it. And transformation is, at the end I'll tell you. Yeah, as we go on, we have our IT, we have Mr. Ablo, our IT executive over here. He does all the things concerning IT things on the platform. All the brochures you are seeing, the beautiful, nice brochures you are seeing over there is from Uncle Sam. So if you have any work, just see him. He's going to do it for you at a very reduced price. And then we have our treasure, our treasure, Sister Mavis. Mavis Atiefo is here. Yes, all the zeal and the cash out that you've been sending. Madam Cash, that's our treasure on platform 78. So when you see her, she's our treasure. Our chairman, our organizer, and our secretary couldn't make it due to some emergencies, but they are supporting us spiritually and with everything. So just remember them in your prayers. And then we also have some important, not that everyone here is not important. I just want to introduce some people because they've gone above and beyond to make this happen. Even on their sick bed, they were calling, can you order this? Can you do this? Can you do that? Please, can you give a shout and a loud hand of applause for Mrs. Stella Asare? She has really done well, a very great job. Very, very great job. So if you see her, she's really done a very marvelous job for us. Columbus, Ohio members, I don't know how to thank you. And then again, I have one wonderful woman I want you to know. And she is also in the person of Felicia. Madam Felicia. Yes. I know she cannot stand because she's having a problem, so yeah, she has really done another job. So members, these are your executives, your members. And then Uncle Vincent with your Fachami. He's also done, he's at the gate, he's also done a marvelous job. So let's give a shout and then a hand of applause to him. Yeah, that's Uncle Vincent. Yeah, thank you so much, thank you.
Thank you, Auntie Joyce. And I'll also buttress on what she said about Felicia. She is a very, very wonderful lady. She got into a car accident, I think last Wednesday. And, she's the first person to call me every day. And I looked on my phone, she hadn't called. So I said, okay, maybe she's sleeping because she works night. And then my husband said, Felicia called me 3 times. I said, what's going on? So I said, call her right now. He did, and she was crying, and the doctors were there. I said, I'm in the hospital, I had an accident. I said, I had my cup of tea, I threw it somewhere. So I ran there, and then there she was lying on the bed crying. I said, you'll be okay. And the bones broken, he said, I don't know yet. But thank God, there were no bones broken, and she made it here today. So, yes, thank you. So, May I call upon Mr. Ablo again to introduce the Continental Welfare Fundraiser.
Good morning once again. I was introduced as the IT person for the platform earlier, but I also chair the Continental Welfare Committee, and I'm going to say something briefly about the Continental Welfare. Earlier this year, the Continental Welfare was introduced, and this was implemented in March of 2023. It's been a successful process. As a matter of fact, the continental USA is the first among all continents to introduce this. And based on our success, the various continents may also implement this around the world in the near future. In previous years, when an incident occurred, we had to make announcements on every platform for donations. But since the introduction of the continental welfare, we don't hear of such anymore. Not because there are no occurrences, they still happen. We lose members, some members lose their children, or critically ill members who are not able to work over some time, but we handle these cases quietly through the welfare committee. All members who are interested in joining the continental welfare have to pay a fee as registration, and this will be renewed every year. I will take this opportunity to encourage you all to join the continental welfare if you did not do so during the open registration. Registration starts again in January 2024 and ends in March of the same year. In order to sustain the fund, the welfare committee came up with a project that will help raise funds to support it. The project includes printing t-shirts, hoodies, tumblers, mugs, and water bottles with the transformation logo or designs for sale. As you know, we've had many fundraisers in the past where people donated willingly, but this time we have structured it in a way for you to get something in return. Hence, some of the products we have for sale. Some of them are displayed outside the door. For every item you purchase, a portion of the proceeds will be donated to support the Continental Welfare Fund. So we are appealing to everyone here today to pick up at least one item on your way home. And also, there are more items available at our online store. Everything ships free. Just scan the QR code on the flyer or on the back of the brochure, and you see it for yourself. We hope that you will support us as you've always done in the past. Your support is crucial to our efforts in raising funds for this organization. Thank you.
Thank you. Member country, next time. Yes, we refer to be cycle fund. There's one important person here that I want to introduce to you. Mr. Ernest Larrabee, or yet extraordinary. Why did it bring? Why did it bring? It's the one of us. We are encouraging and more. All right. Daddy Jnana, we thank you for coming. We really do. What's your Columbus if one would young and your platform is 78 in Kwan, you're 14, so you come. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Now I call upon my friend again to introduce to us the keynote speaker for the occasion. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The energy and the vibration in this room is about to take a different turn.
Amen.
So please, if you are not seated well, please sit well and fasten your seatbelt. Please, sit well and fasten your seatbelt. I'm honored to be called upon to introduce to you a very important personality. He is a family man who is selfless, very humble. His leadership skills is, and he is one of the leaders I have met who goes down to earth for the little ones. So, without much ado, I'm here to introduce to you your leader, your mentor, the life coach, the philanthropist. Oh, and somebody shout, until I see everybody up with a hands of applause. I'm not going to mention his name because he's a philanthropist. He gives and gives all. He gives his all. He is the one who has vowed to empty. He has vowed to be empty before he died. He is in the person of His Grace, Jnana, Ayebiafo, Jnana, Churches, yes! Nana is finally here. Nana, Ababa, you are welcome.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. Yankopon show BBI say what to me in your brain now. Baba. Edra, you be true and I know it's around 8 something. And there's a man, the born in Dinwa, he did so well. I'm not sure, yes. So thank you so much. God bless you. We are very grateful for the reception. You did so well. In fact, wherever I go, you get somebody who is so ready to serve everywhere, and to be so grateful. I think your platform have done so well. My first time being here, and I love the environment already. It's a very beautiful place, and everything seems to be in an order. So I would say I love your environment, I like it, and I like all of you. A few days back, I had a call from Mami Joyce. So she was kind of in haste, and it was like one of our members had an accident. So I said, please just give me her number and let me call her. No matter when something happens and I ask for the number, first thing I want to know, I want to see, did I arrange forecast for the person? That's the first thing I want to know. And when I got the number, I checked, and I saw that, yes, I sent her forecast. You know, there's so much information, but quickly I was able to locate where exactly I told her she'll be having an accident. I'm Fisher is there, right? Yes. So I quickly screenshot that point and I sent to her that this was informed in the beginning of the year that there's going to be an accident. And quite fast one accident you see, and I would say, so even though it's an accident, but we thank God that Uncle Siwa Highway, according to her story, Wapuma Juma, so she was just living there, say, Ojibi was saying, was free care, and when I can't, one gasa, a movie, yeah, about a father, so a bonus of the Bisala, something like that. So let's see if say if we see a motorway and a baby could have been something worse. And just a few days back, you stay with us, so we thank God that nothing bad and expensive happened to us. So to say this, that please let's pay attention to our forecast. And the most amazing thing, her star coincide with about 18 people same star, and all of them had an accident in this month. Because when I finish, I will show you the screenshot of all those people that had an accident. 18 of them, they all have the same star within a period, the same period in September. They've all had an accident. There's one woman, her own, I'm going to post on the platform today. She was with her husband and 2 kids in Europe. The car is completely damaged, and they said they can't fix the car. But nothing happened to them. The husband is a white man. The car is completely spoiled. And she had the same star with you. And within the same month. And about other 16 other people that have the same star, and they also experienced this accident. So, there's one other guy. The car is complete, all the doors, everything is removed. Let me see if I can just see this picture and I'll show it to you now. The whole car, I said, how is it possible? I said, there did nothing happen to me. I said, this doesn't really make sense. He said, because I have been doing all the forecast remedies and all the things. You see this guy? You see the guy? The doors, everything is completely gone like that. You can also look at it. But I said that did nothing happen to me. Because I have been doing the forecast remedies and I have been doing my prayers and all that. See, car is completely spoiled. I said, grab beyond repair. Hey, because roof in. Wow. And like I'm saying, you know, the forecast is something you should not play with. From the beginning, I said at times, I said, when you take care of the remedies of the forecast, is either all the negatives can be eradicated or it will be minimized to a point whereby you will be able to accommodate whatever happens. So, all these situations, even though we say they are not very favorable, but members come out okay, even though they have some 1 or 2 problems, but they come out okay. So please, we are still in September. We still have some few months before the year comes to an end. So don't forget to be reading or be going through your forecast and pay attention. There are some of the things that you can take precautionary measures that will be able to protect you. So let me come to today's program. I like your setup. I love the flowers. They are so beautiful. So I'll say I'm very grateful. God bless you for giving me this beautiful and wonderful gift. Flower actually represents love. In mysticism, when someone gives you flower, it is a sign of deep love. So in our temples, we give our spiritual masters a gallon of flowers that looks like this. So it is like a gallon of flower, but it's mystically a very important thing. So we give all our masters a gallon of flowers. As soon as I saw this, I was like, wow, I'm so tired with the love and the devotion and the commitment. That may God bless the organizers of this wonderful program and all the members gathered here. May the Supreme Lord answers your heart's desires. We are humans, and all of us, we have some kind of desires that we are not ready to share with people. So I say, God, you know the heart of each and every one here. May you help so that all members here will see the fruition of their heart's desires. Amen. Amen. So today I would like to say something little before probably I give chance for question and answers. I've been saying this most of the time that life is very short. So even though at times we don't even really think of death, but death will definitely come one day. One day, death will come. We have to do all that we can. Make sure we take care of our family, our kids, all our plans. We should do everything, but we should not forget the fact that one day we have to leave all these things behind. Meaning, be very careful what you do today, because at the end of the day, your actions will determine your destination in the next life. Transformations is not a church like my senior brother said. We are not a sectarian organization. We have Muslims, Christians, Hindus. I am Hare Krishna. I'm the only Hare Krishna in Transformations. I have decided not to accept any Hare Krishna person in Transformation. So they asked me and I said, no, I won't add you. Yeah, most of them, because they see all that I'm doing, say, Jnana, please, I want to be part of your group. I said, no, I'm not adding you. You know what? The reason is, if I begin to add many people, then it's going to be like, is it an extension of Hare Krishna or something? So there's no one single Hare Krishna person in our midst. I don't, unless maybe the person went behind me to go and accept maybe registration through any other executives. If not, I specifically don't add any Hare Krishna person. So I say I'm the only Hare Krishna person in Transformations. We have so many Muslims and Christians, and I know some atheists are with us and stuff. So Transformation is not meant for any group. It is not a church. So if you take your alcohol, you take your meat, whatever it is, you can go ahead and do it. But we say don't forget about the teachings. Some of the basic things we've been telling you. First thing, the universal law of this world is be nice to everybody, as you expect everybody to be nice to you. So whatever you do to others, make sure that you are ready to receive the same thing if you're supposed to be at the end of the receiving end. So the point is, Transformation is not a church, but it's changing so many lives. I remember some time ago, a lady came from Canada to me in Ghana. So as soon as she entered my office, she fell down and was crying, and I was like, what is this, sister? He said, you don't have any idea. You have changed my husband. I said, how? He said they were about getting divorced because there was so much trouble in the house. Then all of a sudden, the husband started behaving nicely. He was treating her nicely. And I was like, what happened? And the man told her that I've been following this man on social media. And he seems to be a sincere person. So somehow that I'm forced to listen to him, and I'm trying to replicate all that he has been teaching. So the woman said she purposely came to Ghana to see me to say thank you. And I know many people have stories like this. So people tell me before, I used to be so troubled with any problem or any situation, but now I'm a little bit calm, that I'm able to understand that whatever happens for a reason. We just have to do our part. And if God sees that our part is enough, it helps us to solve our problems. But if the problem is not solved, we still persevere. We still persist to do our thing. So the anxiety and the stress before we used to go through when we encounter situations, most of you now are kind of relaxed. You do understand life. And this is the main reason why we created this wonderful group. And by the grace of God, when I meet members like this, I'm able to sit down with them one-on-one. I know most of you have some personal problems or personal issues that you want to have a kind of discussion with me. So the organizers have arranged that after this normal gathering, we will have this one-on-one. It is Ayebiafo problem, be a show, something is troubling your mind, don't worry. I have been given this gift that I'm able to ascertain problems. Even when you don't tell me, I'll be able to know. Yes, I mean, it's a gift. God has given me these gifts. I'm not proud of it. I don't boast of it. Even though I do appreciate that. I see myself to be unqualified. I don't know why God felt that, okay, I can do this. If you come to Hare Krishna, there are many, many great devotees, older devotees, more powerful devotees, but the kind of gift I have, most of them don't have. So I feel maybe God wants me to dedicate my life to serve humanity, and it feels, or God knows very well that I need to possess something like this to be able to serve people. So today I'm here, and I'm availing myself, so make good use of me. Because at times it's very difficult getting me, I know. Most of you will be calling and calling and calling, you don't even get. Today, I went to the admin platform and I saw about 8 messages from executive members. Then I have sent you message. Even I have not been able to even respond to them. See? So the whole point is that I'm quite busy. So today I'm here. We have the whole of today here. So make good use of Jnana before I leave this environment. And when it's time for us to do the one-on-one, please, when you come to see me, I don't want you to start telling me your problems. You just open your two palms and I'll tell you why you came to see me. And by the grace of God, we've been given the ability to solve some problems. Not all problems. Just a little. I mean, I'm not God. I'm still a human being like you. I eat, I sleep. I'm like you. So I might not be able to help you to solve all your problems. But trust me, I can promise you that the problems you came with, definitely, not less than 50% will be dropped before you leave here today. Before I say, I just want to advise that we should always remember this, that whatever we do, there will be a corresponding reaction. So just think about this, that whatever you do, there will be some result. And the result will come to you and your descendants. So be very, very cautious that whatever you're doing, be careful. I say this with all the humility and respect, because I know that everything we are doing today, there will be results. It is said in the Bhagavad Gita, one of the scriptures that I do read most of the time, that anything we do in the night, God is the moon, and you see all activities performed in the night. And all the things we do within the daytime, the sun represents God, so he sees all activity performed during the day through the sun. And when we commit some actions in secrecy where no one's there, in a vacuum where nobody's around, the silence there is God. So probably you are hatching some plan, making some arrangement, doing something, nobody happens to be around. The place is so quiet and you think that you are alone. No, that quietness is God. So there is no one single thing that you do without God recognizing. God will know. And he's so fair that to every action there is going to be opposite and equal reaction. This, I want you to write it down and make sure that before you enact any activity, pay attention. Knowing very well that exactly what you are doing, the corresponding reaction will come to you. If you are able to live a life like this, trust me, you will be a happy person. Because you only engage in activities that you will be pleased to receive results or reactions from. In that sense, your life becomes very successful. You'll be happy. You'll be without stress and depression and frustration, because all the actions you perform, the result will come to you and to you only. Thank you very much. So I would like to sit down. Maybe you have some questions that you need to ask now. I'll be ready to respond to them. And after the whole program, I will sit somewhere where I'll have the time to have some personal one-on-one discussion with you. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
If anybody has a question, I'll bring the mic to you and then you can ask your question. Since Daddy is here, you'll be able to answer your question for you. Something is bothering you, you don't understand anything, I can bring the mic to you wherever you are.
Okay, I understand the way we're going to do it is we would take 3 questions, one after the other, and let Daddy answer them before we move on to the next 3. So, who wants to be the first?
Translation. Yes. Question simple. You taught us about the moon and sun worry coin, and there was a part that you were talking about somebody who works at night. If you have one on you, there's something that's some positive thing about it. I don't know if you can talk about that. I have one in my pocket now. I'm not sure what Italy is doing. And then during the pandemic, you also taught us about how to use charcoal. And you said there were so many various ways of using charcoal. Is there anything you can also teach us about charcoal you can use on a daily basis or monthly basis, you know? 2 questions, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. It looks like the executives have so much questions. Daddy, please, my question is, what is it about soul searching? The accounts call it Ebisa. Is it good to do soul searching? And what are the spiritual benefits of soul searching? Thank you.
Genesis 1, the cassette, Adia chain, Adia sign, a planet we go Mass America, and other planets. Even Sapma, planet we are a was you. Adia Chwahe, Adia sound baby. Into Adia in general, baby, a planet in one, and now Adia Ben was and now Ekin.
This is a question to Daddy.
Okay, thank you very much. So, beautiful questions. So, the uses of the warrior pen. Okay, so the name of the coin is the sun and the moon warrior coin. This is not the creation of Jnana. This is a mystical coin. It has been in existence since time immemorial. Just that it is only recently that I decided to speak on. So if you have one of the coins, let me show you one thing. So this is the way the coin looks like. It is something I have been using for many years. I have 5. And this coin has been with me for more than 20-something years. I have been using it for many things. So once I was about going on live, and something occurred to me, why don't you talk about this coin? I never even thought I would ever speak on this coin. The coin is made from copper. And copper is one of the metals that possess a lot of spiritual potency, mystical potency. So if you look at one side of the coin, you see the moon. And the other side, you see the sun. So in creation, the whole 24 hours is divided into 2, the daytime and the nighttime. So within the day, the sun controls all the activities. And within the night, the moon controls all the things that happen in the night. Within the day, there are some problems and there are some beneficial stuff that happens. Same thing happens in the night. So the name is the sun and the moon worry coin. It means that all the worries within the day is managed by the side of the coin that have the picture of the sun. And then all the worry of the night is also managed by the side of the coin that possesses the ability of the moon. So when you have the coin with you, just by having it with you, the worries of the day and the worries of the night will be taken care of. There is something I said recently. If you are so stressed, you are so depressed. If you know somebody who is very depressed, the person don't know how to manage anything. Just the thumb and the index finger. You take this coin like this. So if it's in the daytime, make sure the sun path is facing you. Then use your hand like this, just rub it. You rub it less than 5 minutes, the depression will be gone. It's a serious thing. If it's in the night time, make sure the moon side is facing you and just rub your thumb and the index finger. You can be there with like 5 minutes, like this. 5, 7, 10 minutes. That depression will be gone. This is a very powerful pen. Very. Like I told you, I have 5 that I've been using for many years. It's still inside my wallet. I keep it because I know it carries a lot of positive energy. If you go online, you will see some. So there are some spiritual people that sell this kind of pen. But unfortunately, many a times, the quantity of the copper is necessary. You must have 92% of copper inside before it becomes effective. Recently, some few people came to me with kind of a pen like that. But you look at the sun side, everything is okay. But you look at the moon side, you can see the calculation is not very good. So you can just get this. And I mean, if you get 1, 2, 3, it can be with you. And like I know some of the kids, you see them, like those that have autism, are so troublesome. It's not their fault. At times they can't control themselves. So if you have kids like that, if there's a way you can keep this close to them, it decreases the basic chakra. If you are clairvoyant, like somebody who can see mystical things, all these kids that have autism, you see the basic chakra is overactivated. So because of that, they cannot sit down, they want to cause problems and all the time. So if there's a way you can keep this close to them, it calms them down. It minimizes the basic chakra that when it gets overactivated, it creates sort of problems. So there are a lot of things. Like I said, I'm going to theorize it. There are a lot of things that I will be talking about. The coin, the moon and water coin. It's powerful. Like I said, I don't create these things. The one I'm using, I bought it from India many years ago. My first time when I went to India, I bought it. So later when I spoke of it and people started asking for it, I have to go back to India to go and request for them, because it's not something I can create myself. The only thing I did is, after manufacturing, I concentrated with my energy, I activated them. That's the only thing I do. So I'm sure that we have some around, not here, but if you can contact those that have been distributing my items, like Auntie Annie in the US, Mr. Alex in Germany, Sister Adam in Italy, and many other places. If you go to UK, Nana Sister Sarah is there, and many other places. I'm sure they should have some of these. Even when I ordered I had to wait for more than a month before getting it. And when I went, I was like telling them, why are you delaying me? I need this because I have only 1 week in India. And they said, Prabhu, this thing, we have special people to be around it. So the man who created said that even in his company, he have many people. But it is only Brahmanes that can be around when he's creating this. Yes. And Brahmanes are high priests. If you go to India, there are priests that have thread. So they have been ordained to do spiritual things. So you have to get these people to be around the manufacturing of the coin. So it's a very powerful pair. That's many things. Like I said, if somebody is having diabetes, you know somebody who's having diabetes, you get okra, 4 of them, cut them into 4, that's 16, put in a glass cup with water, leave it there for 2 hours. So maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes before the 2 hours, you drop the coins inside. And after, just drink the water. If you continue this for 1 week, 7 days, you go back and check your sugar level. Yeah, it's a powerful thing. It is really powerful. So the worry in the afternoon will be taken care of, and the worry of the night will be taken care of. But you see, some of these things, they are just mystical things to help us in our lives. These things will never help you to go to heaven or the kingdom of God. Going back home, back to Godhead, is your lifestyle, your activities. So you should always remember this. You want to protect yourself, you want to get some oil and soap stuff. These are for the world. But if you want to go back home, back to Godhead, make sure you check your lifestyle, how you do things. Because we can only go to God when our lifestyle looks like what God has been asking for. Charcoal. Yeah, if you remember during the COVID times when people were so much afraid of COVID going for the injection, the vaccine, people were thinking, I can't go because there were so many conspiracy theories. You take this vaccine and this will happen to you. Now we seem to be forgetting, but in 2020, when COVID was on the peak, it was, people were afraid. And it's something I know, charcoal is very, very powerful. That when charcoal goes into the body, poison and anything that is not very good for your body cannot stay. So I remember when we were in the village and somebody drinks poison. What you do, you take charcoal and you drink palm oil. As soon as you take the palm oil, you will vomit. So charcoal in itself, it has a lot of potency. I have a ritual I do that if you have a shop and you want to protect a shop from people coming in with negative energy, you just have to keep some charcoal with lime and some things there. So it drives away evil energy. So if you can keep it with charcoal around you, or maybe once in a while, you just take a little bit and chew. A little bit charcoal. I don't know of the charcoal here, but the one in Ghana, I know is good. You take a little bit. So I remember before I went in for the COVID vaccine, that was my first injection in my life. I have never ever taken injection in my life. My first injection is the COVID vaccine. Yes. So I think I came here in the US and myself and Auntie Annie and the family. We went there to go and take it. Before we went, we got a little bit of charcoal, we dipped it in the ghee oil, we chewed it, we went there, we took the shot, and after we did the same thing. And there's a man, this man is about 80 years, he's in Germany. He's still working. And I know most of you, when you travel, you try to reduce your age. You know, so he's still 80 years, but he's working. So in their document, he's still within the age, but he's 80 years. And according to him, all the workers that went in for the shot, like a week, 2 weeks, they were not able to come to work. They have to stay home. But he took it and he was still going to work. And I was like, why? At your age, you're still okay. So he called me and said, Daddy, that thing you taught is powerful. And their testimony is, all the young guys, they took the shot and a week, they were still not coming to work. But just after I took it, I was still going to the office. So it's powerful, charcoal. It can do many things, but these are a few things I think I can remember for now. And then, soul session benefits, going to search for your soul. Yeah, why not? It's good. If you want to start any business, the best thing to do is to approach a business consultant to give you some ideas what to do. If you have a court issue, you have to go and see a lawyer. If you have any legal problems, you have to go and see a lawyer. I mean, it just makes sense. Because you might go to the court and implicate yourself. So you need somebody who is professional in that regard to help. So likewise, if you want to do anything about your soul, it is good you find somebody who will be able to give you some information. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's good. It's very unfortunate that we have two different kind of activities. We have the original one and we have the fake one. In every aspect of life, you have these two things that are there. Like for instance, your dollar bill. There are people that create some kind of fake dollar bill. And it will be very difficult for you to detect. So many times when you go to the banks in Ghana and they want to pay in dollar, they will have to use it through the machine to count it before they will know. They have been handling money all this while, but they find it difficult to differentiate between a fake dollar bill and the original one. So searching, we have the evil one and we have the positive one. But unfortunately, people have categorized everything, that anybody who goes in to go and seek for information about your soul is evil. It's never true. It is good. Don't just make any move without finding out the result. What is going to happen? My master told me, before you start any journey, have the destination in mind. So when we were coming from Maryland, we have Ohio in mind, that here's the way we're coming to. You cannot sit in the car and travel, you don't know where you're going. No. Huh? You just sit in the car and say, I don't know where I'm going, you're just driving. You're wasting your time. So know your destination before you start a journey. You must know your destination. So that is in life. Try to find out things about yourself. Like what we did in the beginning of every year. We send you a forecast. And if you are very serious with it, it guides you. I know. Those of you that have been going through your forecast, it will guide you. It will tell you what to do, what not to do, and at what time. So this is also like soul session. Something to guide you through life. Because if not, we will make so many mistakes. We are humans, and to err is human.
So if you don't find somebody who knows, if you're very fortunate, things can be okay for you without you going anywhere. But if you're not very fortunate, you can commit so many mistakes in your life. So it's always good, find out from somebody who knows. It just makes sense. For me, I don't do things without finding out. Even as I'm standing here, that some of you will come to me to consult me for your problems and things. Before I do anything, I have to first find out. I don't get to things anyhow. Before coming to the US, I have to find myself here in the US. If not, I won't come. There are occasions where I have to make an arrangement with some members. They book the venue, everything is there. I even buy my ticket. I give myself like 2 weeks before the time I have to see myself where I'm going. If I don't see myself there, I cancel the ticket, I cancel the program. Because I'm not God, I'm human. So if I'm unable to see myself at that destination, it means that in between here and that destination, something is going to happen. I might not reach there, so I wouldn't go. I've done that several times, many times. Last month, I was to go to Germany, Europe. They got all the benefits and I have to cancel it. So please, it is important. Whatever you do, you are a Christian. Go to your pastor. If you're a Muslim, go to your imam. Find out that, please, I want to start this. Is there anything you can tell me? If truly this person is ordained, he should be able to tell you, okay, it's good, go ahead. Some people can give you more details like I do. Okay, you can go ahead because of A, B, C, D. Somebody might not be able to give you all the details, but they can tell you, okay, I pray to God and it's okay for you to go. Before you start that, because at times we commit so many mistakes and begin to blame the witches and the wizards in our homes. Most of these things are not caused by witches and wizards. We don't find out before we make a move. So please, we just have to do that. And then the last question here, the day and the night the Bible talks of. Are there a sign? Are there a change? So you want to find out, is it only on this our earth? See, there are so many things in the Bible. At times, if you want to go deep into it, you might begin to even doubt the authenticity of the Bible. Like you said, even in Ghana, on this our planet, today, see the time is 11:54. We are still in the morning. If you go to Australia, they might be going to tomorrow. So if the Bible says that Adia Ching, Adia Saya, why? See, you like asking these beautiful questions. And it makes sense. So where? Is it that it is only where the Garden of Eden is that God was talking about? Because even on this planet, somebody is in the night and somebody is in the day. But the whole point is that we have two demarcations within the day and night. So God was referring to all that. It's very unfortunate the Bible did not explain into detail, exactly, but the Vedas will tell you, within this our material universe, we have the days and we have the nights. Okay? Yes, in between the day and the night, there's something we call dusk. That's from, say, around 6:30 to 7. If it's not during the summertime, it's not day and it's not night. So, but still, we have days and we have nights. So when the Bible talks about days and nights, it's talking about the whole universe. In fact, from the highest planet in the material world to the lowest, everywhere you go, you have days and nights. Yes. The highest of all the planets is called Brahmaloka. And on Brahmaloka, a day in Brahmaloka is 4.2 billion earthly years. Yeah. But still, there's daytime. And there's night there. The only environment that the sun does not operate is the kingdom of God. And there's one thing we don't know. We don't have only one sun in the whole universe. Each universe possesses one sun, what we call galaxy. So the sun is there and all the planets are revolving around it. That is one universe. If you go to other universes, they also have their sun with planets going around it. And even within this our universe, our science cannot go everywhere. So, see, if you sit down to analyze the creation of God, at times, if you're not very careful, you can even go mad. Just imagine, on this our earth, science cannot tell me that they know everywhere on earth. And, some of us have been this science in school. In the galaxy, our Earth planet is one of the tiniest. If you look at the galaxy, the sun, our Earth is very small. Okay? Science have not been able to go to the sun yet, right? I'm not aware if they have ever gone to the sun. They have not gone to the sun yet. So within this, our universe, sun have not even finished discovering all the things. And after this, our universe, we have other universes. According to the Srimad Bhagavatam, the smallest among all the universes is this, our current universe. So the Brahman Brahman is like the overseer of each of the universe. Our Brahman possesses 4 faces. Okay? Like say I have only 1 face. The Brahman who takes care of this, our planet, possesses 4 faces. 1 face is here, 1 is here, 1 is here, and 1 is here. Because these our universe have 4 directions. North, south, east, and west. So the Brahman of the universe must see all the directions of the universe at a time or at a go. But other planets or other universes, they have more than 4 directions. So if the direction is 50, it means the Brahman of that universe must possess 50 faces. The Srimad Bhagavatam will tell you, if you want to know the form of God, just imagine this. When God breathes, the universe comes from his skin pores. So look at your body, and you see those small skin pores there. Look at the size of it. But according to the Srimad Bhagavatam, when God breathes, the whole universe comes from the skin pore. And one universe is like all the planets here, about 100,000 planets together. So look at the Earth. Even from Ghana to here, you have to sit in a plane for about 12 hours. And the sun is not the end of the whole planet. So combined like that, about 1,000 together, that will give you one universe. And that comes from the skin pore. So that should tell you the form. Okay, and we have so many universes. So yes, the day and the night is talking about the whole our universe, not the other universes. Okay? So these are our universe where they have the sun, we have the moon, we have the stars, we have the earth, the Venus, and all the planets within this our galaxy. This is what God was talking about. So the Bible specifically talks about this our universe. Because if you go to other universes, there are many different things there. Like for instance, the human beings on this planet, we have different colors. We have the black man, the white man, the red Indians, and stuff. If you go to other planets, we have even blue and green personalities. Where people have 4 hands, 8 hands. I mean, this thing is no story. If you do astral projection, you meet these personalities. Yes, you do. You do meet them. So these are real things. It happens. So other universes, they have different kind of beings. Like the way the angels have 2 hands, but they have wings attached to it. There are planets when you go, the personality they are bluish in color. There are some planets when you go, the man and the woman looks alike. You don't see any difference. The faces, everything, the body, everything, they all look one, but they have male and female. So yes, the night and the day the Bible spoke of is this our universe, not the other universes. Thank you very much. So we'd like to take another set of questions.
Any question?
Hello, thank you so much. Please, Daddy, I want to know the difference between guardian angel, spirit guide, and your higher self.
The difference between
Guardian angel, your spirit guide, and your higher self.
okay, question.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for coming. So my question is, you said we have suns in different planets. So is it the same Surya, or is it different avatars in there? Different planets. Okay. Also, I want you to talk more about Tulasi Devi.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Jenna, for coming. I would also like to ask about, like sometimes you will meet somebody that you feel a strong connection with, and I would like to know how you can identify if that person is, whether in your soul group or that it's just a mere coincidence. Thank you.
Welcome, Daddy. But maybe question teachings be away about attracting the Varuna. Na Ohio had a big apobia and the Memphis and put into practice. Na sa flower, lettuce flower. Is it okay to plant it at home and then take it there, or how do I do it? Because if you can really help us. And then again, is it safe for your children also to practice it? And then I need to know the pros and cons for doing it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I will make it snappy so that we can take more questions. So you want to know the difference between guardian angel, your spirit guide, and your higher self. Yeah, here, when you say a guardian angel, all that it means is that each and everyone have an angel that guides us. All of us. We all have a special angel that has been assigned by the Almighty to be with us all the time, the day, the night, wherever we go. The angel that guides us, our paths, is what is termed as the guardian angel. So the spirit guide is just another name for the guardian angel. So there's no difference between the guardian angel and your spirit guide. It's just the terminology, the words that differ, but it's the same thing. Your higher self is, this body is divided into three. You have your gross self, you have your subtle self, and then you have your spiritual self. So the spiritual self is your higher self. So you see this body is made up of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. These are gross elements. So when one dies, all these 10 leaves. Like I have to say, when you die, the person that leaves is the air. So when someone dies, the person is unable to breathe again. The second element that leaves the body after death is the fire. So those of you that are working in the hospitals, when somebody dies, after some time it touches the body becomes very cold because the fire element leaves. And then the ether also leaves, but you can't really see the ether. It's only you can smell it. So if you know, you go to the mortuary where they keep dead body, they have a very peculiar scent there. Or if you have any cloth that you use for funerals all the time, they have this kind of special pungent smell. No matter the perfume you use, that's the scent of the ether. Okay? And when someone dies and you leave the body out there for some time, the body swells up and then bursts, and a lot of water goes out. And the last thing is the earth. So earth, water, fire, air, and ether. This makes up the gross self. So even though this is not you, but when I've slapped you, you will feel the pain. It's like when you are sitting in a very beautiful car and you hit into a pothole. Huh? You are in the car, you feel the pain because you love your car. So when you are so much attached to something and that thing is affected, it somehow indirectly affects you. You guys don't see potholes here. If you go to Ghana, you know. Huh? You have a very beautiful car, you spend so much money, $200,000 to buy a car, and you go and enter into some pothole. You feel it in the car, even though it is not you hitting into the pothole, it's the car. But because you are so much attached to the car, you will feel the pain as if that you personally enter into the pothole. So this is the gross body, but we are so much attached to it. So all the problems of the gross body affects us, even though this is not us. Then, the bodies we see during our dreams, that is the subtle self. And that is made up of the mind, the intelligence, and the ego. That is you also, but not the real you. So some of you probably hear and you dream seeing yourself in Ghana all the time. So you have to say, when did you go to the airport? You are here, but something is happening in Ghana, and you are there. Many a time you say, no, maybe it's just the concoction of the mind. But if you unfortunately slept having an affair with somebody in Ghana, the next morning here in Columbus, you see that something happens to show you that truly what happened is true, it happened. Okay? But that's your subtle self. And within the subtle self is your real higher self. And that is eternity, bliss, and knowledge. That is the element that forms the real self. So the gross body, the subtle body, and then the spiritual self. So your higher self is the spiritual body. And that is part and parcel of God. The gross body will come to an end one day, when death comes. The subtle body does not die as far as you're within the material universe. So according to the science of reincarnation, whatever you do today, if you're unable to go to the kingdom of God, you must come back. So you can decide to come back 1 billion times and your subtle body will still be with you. But as soon as you attain liberation, when you have to go to the kingdom of God, that's when you drop the subtle self. So the gross body dies when you die. But the subtle self will only die when you have to go back home, back to Godhead. And when you're going back home, back to Godhead, you go with your higher self, because that has no beginning and no end. So in the story of the Bible says that God molded the body of Adam and he was lifeless, until God breathed into the nostril of Adam and he became a living soul. So that breath of God has no beginning, has no end, and that's you, the soul. So in actuality, we don't die. It is only this body which is considered to be our address that we live here. You are a spirit soul, part and parcel of God. That breath that came from the nostril of God and entered into Adam's body before he became a living soul is part of God, and that has no beginning and no end. That is your higher self. But only few people are able to ascertain this fact when they are living. So during meditation, if you're able to do astral projection, you'll be able to see your subtle self. Because within the material universe, you operate with the gross body and the subtle self. And the spiritual self is somehow hidden to us. Only few people are able to see their real spiritual self when they are living. So the gross body is there, the subtle self is there, and then your higher self. So all of us, we are spirit beings trying to understand material things. Not that we are material people, we are trying to make spiritual advancement. No, all of us are spiritual. Just that our spiritual self is hidden now, that we've not been able to acquire enough knowledge to help us to ascertain our spiritual self. Okay, the difference between the suns. Every universe have a different sun, and each of the sun is controlled by one personality. Within this our universe, we have 33 million principal demigods. Yeah. If they tell you to count 1, 2, 3, up to 33 million, you are not finishing the next 50 days, eh? But we have a number of demigods, 33 million. So what it means is that the sun is controlled by a demigod. The name is Surya or Vivasvan. The moon is by Chandra. Okay, it's a male also. Then the air we breathe is Vayu. This our earth we walk on is one of the demigods. The name is Mother Earth. The accounts we say Asasaya. So who told us Asasana Yoba? But the white man is saying Mother Earth, which means that they also know that this earth is a woman. If in Sanskrit, the earth is called Bhumi Mata, which also says a woman. Okay? So we have 33 million principal demigods within this our universe. So yes, we have different suns. After the sun, the personality who is in charge of our sun is different from the personality who is in the charge of the sun of other universe. Okay? So all the 33 million principal demigods for this our universe. If you go to other universe, they have different levels of demigods or angels that takes care of things. So this is the arrangement. God Almighty is on the top side. Under him we have the demigods. They are like the direct administrators of God. Under the demigod we have the archangels. They are warriors. And under the archangels we have angels. These are messengers. They are dancers. They are musicians. They are also. And then you come to the Apsaras, the Gandharvas, like that all the way down to the human beings. So this is within one universe. If you go to other universes, we have different levels of demigods that take care of the administration of God. So at times you meet people and it's like you know them. It happened to all of us. Now you meet someone and say, this person, I say, baby. And there are people you meet them for the first time, you just love them, you are so attached to them, you want to be with them. And what me see that people will come you get a point? It happens to all of us. So it's two things. Some of these people we meet, some of them we have some previous encounters with them. And that is the truth. There are people that you have ever had an encounter with in your previous life. Such people, when you meet them in this life, you see some bonding, like something tells you, you may share no baby that. These people, they are people you've ever met them in your previous life. And in this life, you need to understand that there are people you can operate with and some people you cannot operate with. So people you can operate with, he said they are your soulmates. So even in your office where you work, after you go to some office, your first time, and everybody seems to like you, and the one person be it happens to you guys, right? The way our force we are selfless, everybody seems to like you. But supervisor back anything. So there are things like that. So how do you know who is your soulmate and all that? That is not very easy. You can do that by your personal experience. Who is very close to you? Will be on any clicky. Like will be on any can't be very easy. The person understands you. Whatever happens, the person's okay with it. But as another person, will be dealing with so. It's so difficult to deal with that person. We are there on bed. So that should be able to tell you, I'll go ahead in the connection. So I mean stay aloof. But mystically, there are ways that mean you to find out who is your soulmate, who are you able to operate with, and who you should not even go close to at all. But on the physical realm, based on your own experience, you'll be able to know, say, as soon as you have been like in our marriages, right from the day I would now wedding, oh no, yet I would month and I won't be common. Tell me, I'm over the moving come be over Cotopa. Nippon, you know what I want to take, but anytime I'm back at the moving come beyond before some of us on the table, no more. But Ukroyas, who quite Muma, will be a winning money that you can sit down whole day and discover the person best my love of beautiful number coffee. So why my wife, my husband, we cannot sit down to discuss about a young woman, but we quite wanted they are able to clip with people. It means that this person is not supposed to be a husband or a wife. But unfortunately, most of us, we mistakenly go and marry people that are not our soulmates, and the problem in the house that from day one. What is there will be any kunu or my wedding? Or moko honeymoon 1 hour does it. It happens all the time. My beautiful our real marriage, Obia Baho, Manianti, money be nicely. To be a good fear now also or back a water for any kunu or moko honeymoon or nice hotel. Before me feel hotel about Befino. Now I'm has a signing or more divorce letter. Because you guys are not compatible. That is the way. So I've been telling people, if you are not married, make sure you don't just go and marry just because I love you, I love you. No. Most of the time, what we call love, it's not. It's some kind of emotional feeling, some fantasy. When you are with a person for 2-3 months, that's why you know this person is my enemy. I'm telling you. You ask yourself, this person on the cut our phone so I'm not. But you won't come on almost in enough did on. And by the same moment, I feel back with 1 month back up to Kuniongo. So So what you used to call as love, and where is that love? So you have to be very careful before you move into any relationship based on, oh, I love you. Because that kind of love, most of the times, any love, it is not an emotional feeling, be some fantasy. The way I love you, you will make a big mistake. But if you are able to know the person's style, and you know your style, and you know who you are compatible with, even after many years of marriage, you know how to manage that abufu. So please, there are soulmates. It's there. But make sure you don't go and get involved with somebody on your soulmate. Meaning, problem. There are people like that. At times, some of them were maybe your enemies from the previous life. Something be happening between two of you. So you go there and continue that enmity there. Some people get married to their enemies from the previous life. I'm telling you. Yes. In their previous life, they were enemies. They couldn't settle down their enmity. And nature are bringing back together and a man you're looking at. So that man or that woman, no, you guys are real enemies in a year of the enemy. And some can take it back. So you have to be very, very careful. And at times, one casa will back. You give birth to your previous enemy. So that child, obey the source of who will not die. There are some children, as soon as you give birth to them, that is the beginning of the wahala in your house. Yes. Such these kids, they were enemies from the previous life. And if guys couldn't settle the problem, so nature will bring this so close to you. So that here, maybe previously you guys were just workers. So you can only have fight when you are in the office. After when you go home, the person goes home. Nature said, no, that enmity is not sweet. I am bringing the person in your house. So now fight. How possible, sir? One casa will buy up one hookah in a school. I think when you younger, that's the time when mobile clicking. Obani to move to free there, even the phone communication can cut it off. Then I know. You hear no sacrifice of woman, and the people school about hookah. Sex souls, most of the times, they were enemy from the previous life, and nature just brought them into your life so that you can settle your differences. So, my dear, yes, soulmate, this thing is serious, especially when it comes to marriage. Be careful so that you don't go and get involved with somebody who is not your soulmate. Say, be about getting together, now I will be able to maybe I mean, it ends there. But unfortunately, I want to get it together so that the connection will be there and this person will trouble you until say you go to your grave. I know some of the men, when they will be there arena, maybe move from beach child support today. Who will kill? The way you do was me, being a member. And get a guy say, who him granted or ban by a fine to you and then you. Or someone doesn't do at a camp. Why are you going to look home? It's not like Ghana, so my Java didn't become a baby. Hey, baby, a better. Oh, you now be can answer my children. I may show you advice I remember money back. You're going to ban any gun hammer. And I'll buy no theatre. Or buy not theatre to the present crowd woman. Was that the beginning? I'm saying, was situation where they are very so this might be a family. Because Obama, you're not going to say, or more was my job. Okay? Who's your baby? I say, I cry no. But say, my man and quack, I didn't change the D. My man and call who feed. This is 2 months or with me up on my brand. I didn't see a woman of a back. Or so maybe I saw an outfit for the school in the video, but you can't go close to a grand. A woman, Benny Moore, now I got a report to the Sister so. Do bet it, I have been but room. So it's very important. Me so concerned when it comes to marriage. Because I know the responsibility in marriages. It's why you're very careful now to get yourself involved somebody you guys are not compatible with. One way or the come so if you see Ghana, they are open with and be going to be out. So I know bit it one from one. And I'm also not back on the novel. But Mukurum Hayamo, Okoba Bia, you unless I'm going to use a card over baby. At when I'm working some movies, no big planning out far away. Now I got there, shop baby, not in the car. What's happening? They are moving water there. So you just have to be very careful when it comes to soulmate. I am very concerned. Even within transformation, we will be very observant. Among all the lot of people, there are few people be able to clicking so well. You know how it is. Every so people will find by who very well. I get my own when you will be out. But I won't ban answer because you can't conflict. This is a very serious thing. And we need to pay attention. Okay? Okay, so attractive Varuna. So the plant, is it lotus flower? No, why not? But most of the time, lotus no super. They wouldn't mean the old phone by saying, "Hey, you wouldn't mean to say Bobby." None is with a man. Obit my plant at all. Are you a lotus flower? Yes, you can do something like that. And say, only beach. There is obit me. Because Varuna resides only in the ocean. Varuna, he resides only in the ocean. So that's very ritual. No? You have to go to the beach to do it. But say if you are making beach in the Hana or flower, you do a hard. Obit me a far anywhere beach you are over here. So, and you wanted to find out whether you can teach your children. Why not? Most of the things that I teach, I will be very pleased that you get your kids involved. Because in Grand homes, you see, 10, 15, 20 years time, they are adults. The idea being now the best masters is here. Not for you, but for them. See, so we are a member of transformations. Not really winning the importance of transformations. And normal Luciano, you will get your kids involved. Trust me, you will get your kids involved because knowing you say, hey, the teachings are helping me to become a better person. Don't you want your kids to become better kids when they grow up? So why are you not getting them involved? Then I can't Bible and say, on free. So it is very good, some of these things, because me, my kids, when they get to where I have to teach them all the things that I know, I will not play with it. Because one day I have to die and go. So all the Nimbia will be work on our kids when one get you involved. What kind of human being are you? So please, they have kids. Try to get them involved. Some of these, especially when during the full moon, tell them the importance. See, Muhammad and Muslim, they are very smart. So sit them down and explain to them that these are the things. And for them, you see, they are so good with the IT. And most of the things that I teach, when you go online and Google something, you will see something beautiful about what I teach. For instance, Obak Echo online or Google the benefit of full moon. Trust me, many things will pop up. I say it's very important. So getting the full moon, what from us? So today is a full moon. Let us do prayers together. It's a wonderful thing. You can go on your phone, go and check the full moon. Or no one can read be out of wow, this is nice. So it is very important to get yourself involved, your kids involved with the things you do. Because all the things I teach you are divine things, pure divine. So in Grano, I get involved. Trust me, they will grow up and it's really going to help them. So is this safe for your kid? Like I said, you can really do that. You asked some question and I'm answering the main one, the Tolasi.
Yeah, the Tolasi, because I heard at the point of death, if you have Tolasi.
Okay. Yeah, so I remember I've ever spoken of Tolasi. It's a special plant. Tulsi, yeah. It's a very, very special plant. So, apart from the medicinal qualities, it's spiritual. And anybody who dies close by a Tulsi no matter how evil that person is, the person will have chance to go to heaven. It's very unfortunate. If you live anyhow, you plant Tulsi, it will just die. You try that thing. So if you go to any of our temples, you see Tulsi there. And it is a devotee beware. If a devotee passes away, we do so many things, and the one last thing we do, we take the leaf of the Tulsi and we place it at the lip before we go and do it, cremation, whatever it is. So Tulsi is very good. I don't know, maybe those of you that comes to Ghana, if you can bring them here, I can nurse one for you. I don't know how you're going to do it. It spreads very easily. But if you keep Tulsi in an environment people misbehave, no matter how much water taking care, everything will die. Let me tell you one thing. I have a bead and normally I use around my neck. And Tulsi, no, and you know, they stick it on a piece. The one I use for my prayers, the rosary, and I see a Tulsi. So there's a story. If you go to the Sriman Bhagavatam, the angel of death, the name is Yamaraj. And don't forget, some of you think that no. Death is not evil. The angel of death is not evil. He is one of the angels of God. You know, because the angel said evil. No. Because if the angel of death is not there, when your time is due, who will take you? Because nobody wants to die. After all the beautiful things you have seen, you have a beautiful family, a wife, kids, all the properties, and then you leave and go, nobody would have gone. So God has assigned an angel to be in charge of that. So when your time is due, this angel must take you by force. So the Srimad Bhagavatam, the angel of death, told all the disciples, like those he sent to go and bring the souls when they are ready, that don't go close to anybody who have the bead of Tulsi around the neck. This is a very serious thing. That you can bring any soul, but anybody that have the seal of God around the neck, don't go for sex souls. So devotees, we have the Tulsi. We come to Opa Temple, like big gardens of Tulsi. Tieniana ewa. The tree and you can getting and the neck beads. So go the words is able to beat ewa. Maybe there. Okay, so we buy it. Whenever I go, I have it there. Oh, I wear it. It's very good. The angel of death cannot come for your body. But question is, when your time is due, who comes for you? So those who are saintly, there are special angels. We call them Vishnudutas. They come for your soul when you're ready. Because this world is not our home. We must live here one day. So when the time is due, if you are a sinful person, then your Madutas come for you. If you are a saintly person, then Vishnudutas come for you. So yes, a godly person will die, but you will not be sent by the angel of death, but the angels of God who specifically takes care of people who are godly people. So Tulsi is a special plant. It's a very medicinal. Tulsi is a obi yam kikano saying like those that have ulcer. If you take Tulsi leaf plus neem leaf, now instantly the stomach go, the pains go. And very medicinal, very medicinal. But we don't keep Tulsi because of medicinal qualities. We keep Tulsi because the Tulsi is a devotee. Now remember our story, the entire Tulsi plant, and the Bible is so important. It's a little bit lengthy, but I'll try to concise it. There was a very powerful demon. This demon was so powerful. Okay? So the wife had a friend Tulsi in Oyoba. And even though the man was very demonic, the wife was a very religious person. Because the power of women and I'm successful. So if your wife is very pious, who bear man who the problem will be the but so hearing it and family know the breakwa. Because see, the power of women carry men to success. So this guy was so demonic. He was a king. So anytime he goes for a battle, the wife will be in the house and then she will go to the altar. Then, my dear Lord, if I have done anything to please you, please protect my husband on the battlefield. So this man, even though he was demonic and he was faced with religious people, he will still defeat them. Because the wife was in the house. And the prayer of the wife will serve as an armor to protect the man on the battlefield. So this thing happened all the time. And this guy is so demonic. So the demigods, they all approach Lord Vishnu that, see, this king is so demonic. But because there's some special protection around him. Our weapons is unable to penetrate through that. So please do something for us, dear Lord. And God knows that the protection around this demonic king is a prayer from the wife in the house. So God has to do something that when the man is on the battlefield, the wife will not be aware that the husband is fighting, so that the prayer will not be said. So what happened was that the man told the wife that, okay, as usual, I have to go to the battlefield. This demon went. As soon as you call and after 10-15 minutes time, then he saw the husband coming back with the chariot and all that. So the wife was tired. Now, 15 minutes ago, we'll call back to the battle. So it was just a short battle. You know, these guys, I can just defeat them. So I just finished them. So now the husband came to the house, and these women, they are very pious. The husband came, you put the feet into a bowl, you wash the feet. They'll feed, like that kind of thing. So he was there with the husband, they were talking. At that time, the husband was on the battlefield. So the wife thought that this is my husband. So they were together. So there was no need for her to pray for the husband on the battlefield. So on the battlefield, one of the demigods was able to kill the husband. Because that demon too was powerful. The head came to the house. Lord, see, you, my wife, I am on the battlefield and you are the different man in my apartment. So because so now the wife is confused. That is the husband. That is the husband. So it's like, why? What is happening? So the woman was confused. And this second husband now telling Cheno, it is God. And now take his form the face of the husband just to deceive the woman. So the baby Alban go bomb by a manicure. So one of she's powerful, one of sense you. Not say among two of you, no. Why we are fake? If you don't reveal yourself, I'm going to curse you. So instantly, Lord Vishnu changed to his original form. Beautiful form with 4 hands. You can't even look at him. That was my dear Lord. Why will you allow me to commit this sin? Even though you are my supreme Lord, but I can't be with any man in my house. So for you to be here, no, I have contaminated myself, so I am not going to live again. So one was saying, instantly, the water turned to fire and it burned her body. So Lord Vishnu first said, he has committed so much pain. Because of him, the woman had to cremate herself alive. So from the ashes, Lord Vishnu said, you must still relive. And instantly, a plant came from the ashes. And that plant is Tulsi. So Lord Vishnu said, if anybody offers anything to me, if you want me to accept it, you must add the leaf of this beautiful woman who cremated herself because of me. If not, I will not accept it. So Tulsi is a very, very, very dear plant to any devotee of mysticism. So wherever we live, you see Tulsi is there. And whenever there's Tulsi about 100 meters away, there can't be any evil force operating there. So if you have the chance, you can keep some. Maybe in one of their flower pots there. And you should understand this is not an ordinary flower, BNLDAB. You give reverence and respect. It does a lot of wonderful things. So that's Tulsi. We don't play with Tulsi. Tulsi, we see Tulsi as a male, a female, so we call her Mother Tulsi. Even though it's a plant, but because we know the story behind, we call her Mother, knowing that she's a female who is a very powerful one. Okay, so that is it. Maybe Ubakana one day, remind me, I'll get you one plant, small one like that. Maybe maybe what? Oh, Tulsi. Ooh. Wow, Ufiaway. Oh, what am I from Uncle? I'll come there. Today, maybe today or tomorrow I'll pass through, I'll come over. Tulsi is see, members here, if you can give them, let them go and plant it.
What I do with it is I plant it and I make tea out of it.
It's a very powerful medicinal for the body. So the Tulsi, you see the manjari, the seed. We call the seed manjari. Manjari means the seed of love. So if you have something like prostrate, you have anything in your body, now would be seed in your tea every day, a key or any sickness.
It doesn't survive in winter.
It doesn't survive in winter, I know.
I take it to the medicine.
Yes. So the seed, you can keep the seed there. So maybe in the summertime, you'll be able to say, but I couldn't work.
I've been dehydrated with it winter.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes humidity
and say, okay.
So what I do is I cut it and I dehydrate it.
Okay.
And then I make tea out of it.
Okay, that's okay, it's fine. But see, like I'm saying, Tulsi is a special plant. When you come to our temples, we have a time we can uproot. You can't just take it any time. It should be early in the morning before sun rises. And even on a Kenessi day, you don't take Tulsi. There are a lot of roots there. But you don't know, okay, it's fine. But the seed, the manjaris, so almost a year, no object. So you don't leave it to become dry. But I'll come and have a look at it. Bye. Tulsi is a special plant. You can have some around.
Actually, I don't have it this time because I was in Ghana.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's like we have a camera, and one time we had this cat come there. There are two cats. They come there, and it's like they are climbing, and then they will look somewhere where the plants are, and they will run.
Tulsi is a powerful plant. Trust me, you don't have any idea. It is a very powerful plant.
I had Tulsi and I had baked the and then I had thyme.
Okay.
Yeah, I have thyme, rosemary.
Wow, you have all this in your house. You have a big garden there. Wow, good.
I have thyme in the house.
Okay, good. So I think, I don't know whether it's time or we have to take one set of questions. We don't have many people here. We can attend to all of them. Okay, so we can take one last set of questions then.
Transformation. Why a dog?
We transform ourselves to transform people.
Transformations. Oh, what is your mommy now? Why a dog? Transformation.
We transform ourselves to transform.
But we have 3 more questions. Our time is fast spent, and let me say, Obia will have a one-on-one. Very interested in that part. You have 3 questions, and that will be all. Thank you.
Greetings, everyone. Jnana, we will question kakra. The question they can as on the YouTube, I saw a statement that it said, "I'm not the body, I'm not the man." When you have like an issue going on, you say, "I'm not the body, I'm not the man." You keep like chanting it over and over again, and it reduces the stress or sometimes it takes the problem away. So what does it mean to be repeating that statement, I'm not the body, I'm not the mind? That's my first question, please. Then the second one is about the chakras. I'm told there are 7 chakras in the body. And we have a chakra like the throat center, the soul center, solar plexus, and on and on and on. If those chakras are elevated and you have a problem, like somebody casts a spell on you, it will not work. How do you develop the chakras? Then another one is about the sun. You see, Ovia, Awantaba. Obis from Daya, Ohun Ovia, not Awantaba. In Ghana, the Herbal Center opportunity wings of the sun. Does the sun got wings? A bit of wings to be flying around so that a human being will be able to see it. Then my final one is about impartation. I joined Transformation. I'm from Chicago, not from 78. And prior to that, I've been listening to you, watching you. You're an amazing person, I should say. What I've discovered, or personally, I would like to be like you one day. And I'm sure all my brothers and sisters here want to be the same. So, the way the organization is growing, during the year, it got to a point that the membership was frozen. I have a friend in New Jersey who wanted to join you or join the transformation group, but the membership was frozen. We couldn't join. I'm pleading with you, together with all my brothers and sisters here, that if it is possible, impact us so that we can also be powerful like you. Give us the impartation, give us the direction. This is in humility that we are asking for this, so that we'll be able also to be powerful like you, and then be able to help the world. You know, when this is done, I don't know, during your lifetime or when you're gone, you know, your name will live forever. I know your transformation is going to be there forever, but help us build us so that we can be like you. Because Jesus Christ, when he came to the earth, helped his disciples, they went out to the world and spread the news. So as we are here, don't just help the executives, me like Profini Moda, I'm here, help me so that we can be powerful like you. Thank you so much.
Okay, it's very amazing. Jnana, you are welcome. Meaning the Kusi. And so they didn't be ready and become the dream because of what they say. But, getting kind of, we are very, very happy to see you because for me, started a watch a video the other year about 6 months ago. Now, Mr. NCO, me SDA. I say SDA for once again. You have a lot of questions. Your questions is more than the answers that we get. Now, you look at and actually, any of them and said, I'm saying, Papa, no, I say, okay, so, or bear so. For me, TV and so on, also can say, a gift out in a the amount. It's meaning, yes, if you are on sale and answer on string and I don't know. But the man can say, Metio, Pam, you'll be a mediation. Yes, I'm mediation for nothing. But I want to learn. I want to find out more. We want so many questions, many answers. It may just say, I have enjoyed. Now, answer be out the it makes sense. made a talk Bible. 80 bananas and was on there. But Madame to catch and say, Mr. Jnana, by the way, Mr. Nana, now, only congratulate you for Nahini also, because he deserves it. Jnana, congratulations. You not pray, I'm a hope to hear, but 10 years, many. Now, may can we say, your question mark, maybe beside here, but won't find challenge 1982. Now, my name might be a friend inside of mine. If he could be a flower singer and commerce, close to a simple. Now, that man, me, says, when one of those people are, a Shelenu who will say, humanly speaking, no, what can they do? But make us a now or heaven. Now, we not by a Krishna. That is me Adventist. It's a shame you can imagine what happens. But this man is so good, who is a sleeper. It's the first time I meet you, I don't know why. I just like you. I just like you. I like your answers. It makes sense. And let's pray for this man. Because the answers this man gives make sense and is helpful and a bit weighing. It's a privilege to have him. And your empire said, Senya Kanyango Pomo 200 years, also another 300 years. And just to have you for a friend saying information out of my enti nyam kupon onshira me no man me wa me busa that could be a me nya prayer me baka na ye trust me e kwa pesi a ye di na no ma to me go 6 I had the Rupia or something to say requesting back pen me busa Bible no David as one tears yes Argentina one why you come for in some tour, a mania tour, in some tour. One just here until said, also call when you upon Netoma Diamond, and we'll put my money for every year. It's one of the questions that let me speak to South. Actually, my dream, so what they who teaching who said, you don't feel because it's being a socket, whatever we do now. It bounce back to us as a reward. Argentina, one hour we have to make for. Now, yard one year for year, just a little say, or you need more thing. And so, tell them all possible. One of the things I said, maybe I say, music, get me interested. Jnana a little bit answer. But Ayebiafo may no because SD for the GDN say, now destiny is a person as a person, a habit. Because you are done for the even or Hanover, or you Papa. But no my person abroad, no. You could have questions like, why second? Is it Jnana? Already a quick question, the question of Ankasa Banana, thank you. Now, you're making an answer, and you are not and say, man, they don't want pay the money. They won't pay the money. I don't know how you do it. Millions of people, you have time for everybody. How many it's a random phone on count more information than from my end. Young man, you know, you're there to sell, but you best for that. Thank you. Thank you.
Dad, welcome to Columbus. I have 2 questions, and my first question is regarding to when you were talking about your spirit self. You said that it only took special people to connect to their spirit self and to, grow within that. And I wanted to ask, what is the special qualities or what things do you need to do in order to connect to your spirit self? That's my first question. And for my second question, I just wanted to ask about your destiny. How do you know if you are at the right position or the right place that God wants you to be? Thank you.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Danny, for coming. We appreciate you a lot.
Thank you.
This is just a quick question. If I'm a Christian and I prefer pouring libation, is it appropriate to do that? And then the second thing is it okay to have a wedding instead of our traditional method of marriage? Is it okay? Is it okay to have a wedding? Like, people basically do not kind of recognize if you don't have a white wedding or a church, but if you basically have a regular traditional mom, dad, and siblings and others, is it okay? And the last thing is, how do you define sin? Thank you.
Many questions. We have 10 of them, so I'll go through quickly. So repeating, I'm not the body, I'm not the body, I'm not the man. So here, see, truly we are not this body. All the limitations in the world is because we identify this our body to be ourselves. So when one is in difficulty and you really want to have solution, the first thing is that here, you need to understand that the problem is not even affecting you directly, it is only your body. So the more you begin to understand that you are not this body, it lessens the problems and the difficulties. There is a saying that knowing of the existence of problems says 50% is solved. So if you know that you are not this body, but you are a spirit soul, then all the limitations of the world is connected to this body. You are able to solve your problems very easily. So it's a mantra. I am not this body. I am not this man. That will help you to understand that whatever difficulty you are going through is not your limitation as the spirit soul. And with that understanding, it becomes a little bit easier for you to fight the problem. I used to do martial arts. And I remember those days when you are doing sparring, like in the ring, when you are doing sparring, and somebody give you some big kick. I thought you might see blood. But if the person is very determined, that after all, I'm seeing blood, but that is not me, I'm able to defeat the person. You see blood coming by, you'll be able to defeat the person. It doesn't mean you're not feeling the pain. The pain is there, but you know that this pain is not me, it is just my body. So that understanding of I am not this body but the spirit soul, if you're able to develop to that level of understanding, all the limitations in this world will not affect you. It is something I do all the time. I am not this body, I'm a spirit soul. So the limitation of this world cannot affect me. I am more powerful, I'm more superior to all the limitations in this world. Whatever situation it is, I have power to overcome them. So repeating this all the time is a sense of alerting you that you are more superior to this limitation that is connected to this, your gross body. How to develop your chakras? Well, you said 7 chakras. The 7 chakras are just the chakras in the straight line, but you have many chakras. Okay? So we have the crown chakra, we have the Akya or the third eye chakra, we have the truth chakra, we have the solar plexus chakra, we have the navel chakra, we have the sex chakra, and then we have the basic chakra. This is the 7 chakras in straight line. But we have the spleen chakra, some is here, we have one here. So there are many chakras in our body. So if you are able to clean these chakras, trust me, that is the beginning of solving your own problems. Many of us, we want to go to people, help me. Anybody who is able to develop these chakras, you might not need any assistance from any person. Because the chakras themselves, when they enlarges, it creates a very strong aura around you. And from the aura, any problem can be solved. So how do you activate these chakras? First thing, you have to live a lifestyle that corresponds to the devas, or the demigods, or the saintly people. And then you must do consistent meditation, chakra cleansing, and all those things. So if you're able to do this, your chakra becomes clean, they become enlightened, and from the powers of the chakra, there is nothing that you can do for yourself. That the sun have wings. The sun doesn't just have wings. The sun is a person. And this person sits in a chariot of horses. Okay? The personality of the sun, we call Surya or Vivaswan, he rides chariot. I don't know how to explain. You see like about 4 horses, and there will be something that they will be pulling something. So the person who sits on the horses and pull them, that is the Surya, Vivaswan. So the sun doesn't just have wings. They have chariot and he moves. He doesn't stay at one place. The sun god moves. So, impartations. I wanted to answer this question at the tail end of my discussion. The impartation. Where's my brother? You ask the question, I'm coming. I will wait and then talk to it when I'm through with all the other questions. Okay, and then why does bad thing happen to good people, as David said in the Bible? Yeah, it's a serious thing. But the whole point is, this question also me, let me take you to it, because I really have to explain this for your understanding today. And don't forget me to be SDA. And now, share, I am a SDA. SDA by me crew. Maybe I'm a hall, living room, sorry. All my family members are SDA. Me call to my Saturday, we know sorry. So we are still SDA. But fortunately, I have gotten so much knowledge from life. That's why you might think, oh, maybe you're different, but I'm still SDA. But trust me, the foundation of Sabbatarian, and no did I say? I'm telling you the truth. My mama is still SDA. My mama is open here for a long time. You're crew. Now you're content. I am my senior sister and a botana. And I'm a brother in the boat base. And I'm a semi botana and I'm in the back auto. The young Muslim warrior. You're content. The co-camp meeting. And yes, I'm so I'm still SDA. So I understand the point where you are coming from, because I am part of the SDA. The question is very important. So maybe actually, me do and answer all the 2 questions together. Then what to do to connect to your spirit self? Okay, that's a very wonderful question you asked. What to do to connect to your spirit self? Yeah, definitely there are some qualities you need to acquire. So there's something we call the 21 qualities of a devotee. I don't know if I can get this thing for you now. So the English is 27 qualities of a devotee. So any Hare Krishna devotee want to develop those qualities because you want to connect to your spiritual self. Quickly, let me just quickly go through it. I can get it for you. So I don't have it off head. So if you are able to acquire all these qualities, it becomes very easy for you to connect to your spiritual self. So, 27 qualities. Qualities of a devotee. Okay, it's 26 qualities of a devotee, so I will read through it. See the picture? Because it's something that has to do with us, the 26 qualities of a devotee. So I hope I'll be able to get all these qualities for you. It's lengthy, so I don't know whether I'll be able to read all that. Okay, so let me just go through it quickly, so that all of you can just pay attention and ask yourself, do I have this? Do I have that? If I really want to be like Jnana, like you said. It's not easy. Where did you? It's not easy. It is possible, but it is not easy. If I tell you what I have gone through as a servant, is that other people see you and stand in front of people like this, say, hey, he's a big man. I am a servant. And Ayebiafo, and so like Ghana, and so be bathroom be brave, and so no, but be pie. So be so and so, and the woman was like, man, crying my head. Nothing grabbing. I remember those days when I used to do things, and it makes me happy. So I took towel. So she was like, why will you be doing this? And Granny Becca said, you are I'm saying, no, you don't know the kind of joy I am experiencing now by doing this mopping. And this I have been doing for years. Before your temple by your temple, after our morning services, me fa prayer, me pray the whole compound. From there, I go to the kitchen, and the previous night, all the pots, no more dear, you know, now, I will stand there and say, everybody go to dear. That's when I will take something and eat. It's not easy. We have said. So yes, it's easy to become something like me, but you must go through. I've been telling people, this is not an event, it's a process. You must go through the process. And trust me, there are people in transformations that what I'm doing now, they are learning. There are people, I will be who I saw Fred Jnana, can you call Jnana for me? I have ABCD. And the person says, okay, go and do ABCD. The person will go and do it, and it works. You know why? Because they have been following all the things that I've been teaching. So indirectly, I am impacting many people. It doesn't have to be, you say, okay, come and sit down in front of me, you are my disciple, I give you initiation. No. All the things that I've been teaching, people are taking things from it. They are following, they are practicing, and gradually the impartation is there. Yes, after all this, you need a final impartation, what we call initiation, where the master will lay a hand on you and then probably give you some spiritual power, whatever. But it is not an event, it's a process. You must go through it until when you get to the peak, then things become very easy for you. So yes, I will be very happy to say I raised my hand and everybody has some powers and started doing things. But spiritually, it doesn't work like that. It is not an event, it's a process. You must go through the process. And then at the peak of it, then real impartation comes through. So I want to read the 26 qualities of a devotee that you should all try if you want to make serious spiritual advancement. So it starts from here. Said that this person, he is very kind to everyone. So you must be kind to everyone. You don't have to discriminate where you're bad or bear man or where you're Christian, where you're money. No. You must be kind to everyone. This person, he does not make anyone his enemy. So make sure you don't see anybody as your enemy. We are talking about the 26 qualities of a devotee. Somebody who really wants to become a great person spiritually. So 2 is, you should not make anyone your enemy. 3, he is truthful. Obi or kind of correct. You must be truthful all times. 4, he is equal to everyone. So you don't have to be partial. You must be equal to everybody. Number 5, no one can find any fault in him. And yet easy. As I say, we yet Danny Babeka. But you must make sure people don't find fault with you. What it means is say, try now your best to the best there. So people find a fault, I find a fault. So no one can find any fault in him. Number 6, he is magnanimous. And it's a one who won't consider obese situation. You are just good to everybody. But Ayebiafo says, say that way you don't do that. You want to please people. But you're magnanimous. Then we come to number 7. He is mild. When you all the time he's mild, he will listen to you, he will pay attention, make sure say when you he's mild. Number 8, he is always clean. Cleanliness is next to godliness. You must be clean within and without. Number 9, he is without possessions. It means that you can possess the whole world, but you are not attached to them. You might have everything, but you are not attached to these things. So he has no possession. Number 10, he works for everyone's benefit. So whatever you do that because you want people to benefit from it, not because of what you will gain. I'm tired. I'm tired, but I'm here because I know that there are people who have been expecting just to see me. I know people like that say, Jnana, I just want to see you. So okay, I'm tired, but let me just go. At least because at least I have done my part. So number 11 say he is very peaceful. Me, I don't have enemy. You will see me say, no. I'm always peaceful. I will never allow you to cause me any problem. I'm not meaning peaceful, may agitate people. No, I don't. So you should be peaceful all the time. Number 12, he is always surrendered to God. That means in everything you do, you make God the center of that activity. Even though you want to put in some effort, but God is in the middle of it. When he said it must please God. The basically at the end of the day, they can go upon the penalty. So I am happy with it. So you must be surrendered to God. That's number 12. 13 says he has no material desires. Everybody is looking for something. But this person must not have any material desires. What it means actually is that whatever you are looking for, you are not looking for your own enjoyment. Anything else, you want to get a car, it's okay. You want to buy a house, it's okay. But you are not seeking for this thing because you want to enjoy. You want to serve humanity. So you must not possess material desires. Number 14, he is very meek. Blessed are the meek. You must be meek all the time. At times your meekness must be accepted as weakness, but that is fine. Let people think that you are weak. Just be meek because this is a very powerful quality of a devotee. Number 15, he is steady. This person is very steady. He's so resolute. You cannot distract him. You know your focus. You must be steady. If you want to be a devotee, you must be very steady. Why you say, why you neck? Jnana or Yahoo? Or Jnana when you, well, yeah, they come and ne. My papa's a man for you, my, you mean, you. That kind of person, no. Me kwa me go be a Bianca, me you got to make money, Benjamin. No, a devotee must be steady. You are a good person and you want to be good, you are not ready to allow anybody to distract you. If you go and papa what you do at them, the next minute he comes to you, you smile and be nice. When I go and or be of all who say hey, the concerned children was saying about hoping, as if they want me. You go ahead and help. That means you are a steady person. Okay, and you're easy. It is not easy. That's number 15. 16 says he controls his senses. It is not an easy thing to control your senses. There are many senses. You have 5 senses. You must control all of them. You need a come home. You're so calm, you're very calm, you're not calm, your body calm. At times you can't even control ordinary sexual urge. You can't control yourself. At the end of the year, you can't control yourself. No, I'm not very whiskey. I was in some John, I didn't be a joke. At least we could try one contact. So you must be disciplined, self-control. You must control yourself. At times you'll be there, somebody will speak so much bad things about you. Now to another way, I kick you, but you must control yourself. So that is number 16. 17 says he does not eat more than required. I didn't get easy. He does not eat more than required. A devotee does not waste food. You don't eat more than required. At the end of the day, a devotee doesn't do like that. So you only eat what is required. And what it means here is that you must be discriminated when it comes to eating. You can't just eat anything. You eat only what it is destined on, is your quota. What you're supposed to eat as a human being. Number 16. Number 17. Number 17, he does not eat anything that's required. Number 18 says he is not influenced by the Lord's illusory energy. There was some energy in this we call the Lord's illusory energy. And when I suffer with the omunim, the second man, or person will tell still no she say I go with who yet to me be or because of bread and once and answer on bread and once. Then you go on among be too heavy. It is the illusory energy of God trying to test whether you still remain as a godly person as you are. When you be to be up and I have my swan a hand time. So the illusory energy of God and then play on a soft one and on Begidia. It will be a one to your moon come. But I make a remember be the Batasini from bed 15 years ago. How many are soft one are begging you again? I am to your moon come. Because they will be manipulated by the illusory energy of God. So God will give you the crowd, He will give you the power. People will be giving wonderful testimonies about what you do. Then a real team, now you begin to become arrogant. Then a bad is happening and go on that way. Man, people who do not man be big eyes so God will just remove the illusory energy, and that's your downfall. So this number 18 is very powerful. He does not, number 18 says he is not influenced by the Lord's illusory energy. It means that position be a go on do bedroom. Who say, and you make effort na media do ho. And you may be now, mammy, do baby a matri. Sadi, I mean, cause na member and once na menya idea, be please or no, any other from. And yes, you will be controlled by the illusory energy of the Lord, and that will be your downfall. Number 19, he offers respect to everyone. So whoever comes to you, you must show that person respect. Number 20, he does not desire any respect for himself. So even though you give respect to everybody, you don't demand any respect for people. Even though you respect the man of and how when you're bad, I didn't get to and get easy, anything. But trust me, if you are able to acquire all these qualities, everything becomes successful. So number 21. Number 21 say he is very grave. Should be grave. Number 22, he is merciful. You must possess mercy. 23, he is friendly. Yes, and so we are friendly to everybody. 24, he is poetic. You should have the words to explain. You must have the words to describe people positively. So we say, oh, can be once upon here. Words will be Nadia can't say one. So this person must be poetic when it comes to praising God and praising the good side of people. Then number 25, he's expert. Expert means Baby, I didn't be and the person is able to come out successfully. Who beside the question will be Yano. There are many questions that have never been asked before, but who beside expertly be able to explain. When you possess all these qualities, some of these things God gives them to you free of charge. Then we go to number 25, he's expert, and then number 26, he's silent. Man, you see me, I'm a talkative. But when it comes to when I have to be silent, you'll be surprised. I will sit down 2, 3, 4 hours, I won't mind you. So, my dear, these are the 26 qualities of somebody who wants to really get connected to his spirit self. It is doable, it's possible, even though it is not very easy. So if you follow these things, I don't know, say, we will be church for a while. So, what try, right? Thank you. You are smart. So, what you try to while? Open true enough for every day, go and read through. Every day. Gradually, you begin to associate yourself with all these qualities. So, same thing to my brother who said you need impartation, if possible, everybody. You must try these things. If you acquire all these qualities automatically, spontaneously, you will develop mystical abilities. Trust me. If you can sit down, go through this, and try to practice all this, even if you are doing to the 50% of these things, you will see that, can you be a busy? Because these are the main things that will make you to become a spiritualist. So, the 26 qualities of the devotees, maybe later I'll copy it. What I thought? Oh, thank you. And yes. So you guys can copy it. Try. If you are able to develop these qualities, you become a Paka Christian. We are Muslim. If you're able to identify yourself with all these qualities, you become a better Muslim. So these are the 26 special qualities of anybody who wants to connect to his spiritual self. So please, it's a very important thing, and I think that most of you will keep it down, go through it. They are difficult for you, they are easy for you, every day. Try to practice it, and then things will be good. Then the 7 years of how to know if you are where God wants you to be. Okay, that's your question. Like destiny. How do you know? First thing, you must know your destiny. Like for me, I know what I'm doing is what God wanted me to do. Okay? And I remember many years ago, even though I was a spiritualist, but I still felt that somebody knows more than me. So I went to our headquarters. I met one of our spiritual masters. I said, Guru Maharaj, please, I really want to know everything about myself. Even though there are things I know. But there's one thing. When you go in the front of a master, you don't go and show that you know anything. You pretend as if you're a fool. When my spiritual master is in Ghana and I move with him, you might think that I'm a stupid person. Yes. I will keep quiet all throughout. I won't say a word. I won't do anything. Even those things that I know, at times he will say, answer. For instance, we go to a program and I say you should answer. It is on the TV, on the radio, that one I will do. But maybe we have gone for some church program, some house program, some Indians invite us in their houses, and somebody asked question, and the master said, you should answer. I said, Guru Maharaj, please, I can't answer. The master wants to see your level of humility. So that time he will push you. He wants to see how you will react when you are being given the chance. The master, no, please, I can't. Recently, somebody gave birth, and the person said, please, can you tell the master to give a name to the baby girl? So I sent the date of birth to the master, that Guru Maharaj, one of my disciples, so we need some name. Then he told me, go and look for name for the girl. He told me this. But me, I know him very well. But the Guru Maharaj, no. Please, I can't. But I have been giving names. I have been giving names to children. I will be a date of birth. I remember a good name. Good destiny name. But he told me to go and give the name, and I said, Guru Maharaj, no. I want to find a chart so that you know that I'm not just speculating, but something that happened. Maybe my example. I say, even though you know, but when you go to people who you think knows more than you, you keep quiet. Why Kaka any true be or Kodipamua or Peso be who's going to be. No, Obi Kurakasa, a South Amaho comment, who's winning. No, oh, yes, I won't. A bayet is over to be a tumpon. It's a sign of arrogance, it's a sign of pride. Just a minute, I want to see where he just gave me that. Please, just a second. Okay. Okay. I sent to him so to give me a name, and he said, no, you should go ahead and give the name. I said, Woman, right, please, I can't do, I beg you. Then he said, okay, then later, Obi on what kind of member, a demarker, and I can't even to me now. I guess that same minute, and I was sending the man who said, this is the name. Yes. So, or to tell me I heard. And me, I know, said no. No, when you are with your master, you should be careful. Okay, here he was telling me you can give my number to all my initiates. Like people who wanted to take initiation from him said I should give his number to all of them. Because, okay, I'll say, go ahead and give the name to the child. I'm saying, no, good man, right? I can't. I don't want to get a chat. Cutting nails and hairs. Have you done anything about because the Sunday program here? Sheep get you just strong. This message has gone back like that. Not me person me at least I read exactly in the West. In the West okay. Okay. I think my main there because it's dragging. So all I'm trying to say is that at times you should be careful not to show yourself you know. Because the more now okay say we know, they will now become myself. So I went there, then I said, good Maraj, I want to know everything about me. They started saying things. Many things are kind in Andi Adenaminim. There are about some 2 things. How kind ya? Okay? So it is important that to me and things about you knowing your destiny. The first thing, you must know your destiny. There is something I do. Forecast now, and we will be habit me here for your whole life, from the day you were born to the day you will die. Yes. I have it like that. The same way that 2020, where 2017 may forecast, 2018 may 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23. So 7 years in a year. Meet me as I'm on the day I will. When you are the whole yes, I can do that. The forecast, like for you, your destiny from the day you were born, a day over the way I'm here in the forecasting, all the way to tell you. So if you have something like that, like a big book, so how are you going to read the whole thing? But if you can get all these qualities I'm a bobo now, you just know it by heart. You don't have to have it written down. You just know. Because you yourself, you become spiritually inclined, spiritually elevated, and some of this information, you just get it by heart. So, this is the best thing to do if you want to really know if where you are is what God wants you to be. Because within the destiny readings, if it's over what I baby banners or banners or no. All those things you get to know it. So you know that where you are, that's where God wants you to be. What to do, how to know if. Okay, pouring libation. There is nothing wrong with pouring libation. But the truth is, I didn't think I would pour libation. I don't know if you can answer. Why do you want to pour the libation?
To call my ancestors.
Why do you want to call your ancestors?
Because I believe the lineage, which I know that in my own sense, I feel like it's more, I have a link with them than anything that I can think of. So if I call my mom, my uncles, or my grandparents, and the maybe 4 or 5 ancestors, I know that, I can connect with them.
Okay. So it is not bad for you to call your living mother, your living father, Likewise, your dead mother, dead father, and dead ancestors, that's okay. But say, baby now hear from her, you need something, then there are other higher bodies who are able to respond to it quickly without even pouring in libation. That's the point. Okay? For instance, there's some people like libation because they are requesting for some things. Why do you have to pour libation before you get what you're looking for when you know you can even get it without pouring libation? There is nothing wrong. If somebody tells you pouring libation is wrong, then why is it wrong?
I can tell. They feel like it's much more old, Abosom 7.
You know, see, most people don't even know Abosom 7. See, the truth of the matter is, most of us are Christians and Muslims, but we don't even understand the religion we practice. If you go to Christianity, libation is there. You go to Islam, you see libation is there. We are also Israel Jew for every year. Say okona embusuo bi wo ho na person ko yi musuo na. The high priest, the Levites, omo fa akoko. No mu dey twa mo ahia. Omo twa omo mu bia no ma sacrifice akoko. And this I know say in African tradition is there. That's why we keep on criticizing people for whatever they do because we don't know. So Obi Paul libation, it's not wrong. And you're bad. Unless any panel invoke some negative spirit. But the panel upon say, and another man about to say, I'm more bushia with Mona Moshe Bushiana say. As I said, I would do was maybe a Mona Modo Mahod if I can get to all. Until all Kyle was oh, Mona Moma Bushiano, I finance into your Framose, Momeka here. There is nothing wrong with it, probably any. But the old fresh spirit be no worship on. So in Yankopo, and that's where the problem comes in. So there's nothing wrong pouring libation. I will not pour libation. Because if I want to communicate with my ancestors, I will do meditation. It's better. I connect with them. I don't need to go and pour some alcohol somewhere before I can get connection. So it's levels. The higher you go, the better it becomes for you to have connection with all these spirits. And not only your ancestors, even higher bodies, higher beings, you're able to communicate with them. Okay, so there is nothing wrong with pouring libation. Because the work will sign away upon here. As I said, and son of who go be our friend be and our spirit be evil, so mess there. Then I will tell you, say that is not fine. But you want to reconnect to your ancestors, people who were there before you, and Crawford Abia and they are benefiting what we now, no more than they are more than there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Now back Krishna conscious to make us say you can worship Jesus Christ, you can serve him like God. But as soon as you see him say, oh yeah, make on the final God, that is a blasphemy. Yes. Many Christians don't know. Even when Christ was on earth, when somebody tried to give him all the praise like God, or say no. Because they know, he knows. But you can worship him like God and give him all the adoration, all the respect, everything like God. But okay, say on maybe anyone, that's a blasphemy. There will be no call libation. So I only say my ancestors, and I make Kai or Mona from, but there's nothing. But because our ancestors to me in Yanko final year, that's where the problem comes in. Okay. So the next thing here is yes, sin. Okay, about what is she said something about sin, right? Okay, what down, clarity. God, how to do no if okay, Paul libation, having weddings. Wedding and yet any religious tradition. There is no official tradition connected to religiosity where the nine people in the womb. So we call Hindu tradition or more traditional marriage or over real Christian tradition or more marriage over Jew. Go there. You go to Saudi Arabia, you see the real or more tradition when they worry. Now they go court, and now people, man, will do with me and they do what them so. Now you waste of time. Or people have to be on the cry that the 2 years now where they don't get it. Eh? So, see, our real casa make a big picture. But our then casa see free. Most people don't know. When a man tells the woman that I want to marry you, and the woman agrees, then they inform the family. That minute, their marriage starts. The Oba be yes, now free bearman a chini or babu from that, and now bearman yes, because they are married. Even though one month nothing was able so that's where our day started free. But so Obana the bearman of court, or my cousins and the BIA were people. Deep down Obana come on Pebemana, they are not married. So our day wedding in a kabun. A tuno na buy a tuno because Obi Yebi, the service to be Yebi. To say, Crasso, the Omunya, I'll buy a traditional marriage, you know. Now I have a white wedding, no. Must have a refreshment. Or Makoye say, you're wedding just because they want to please people. But trust me, real our DNA say a Busunya Bakwaba, second Busunya Matanasi, they are Yawadino. That is marriage. But no one could even see a Bakata the tuning in our wedding. Okay? So I have problems I want around and maybe as no man be a cost society. We are a traditional one. No cremono, a soft for any hour day. Until Kamaya Mawadi Bibia will feel Mobibia, no Naka Waba, sorry. They be a dear congregation and you know. Number for bad neighbor man and you for say a bomb Payama saying Uncle Bomb 1 hour. That is it. Because someone is going to say a Busia from. The end of your traditional Busia, my many papa feels you Busia from. And in the end, this hour where we know now you the Wabaha, not be a show when you only a bomb pay their mom. There is no need to say for Hata the Fita Tentina or if you want to know you could move it. You know, thinking I had trouble. So with me, with what I know, no, our real one will feel Abusian Bakuni, that is the best. And then I offer a cobum as a counselor. That be a more counselor. So I also feel quite Jamaican. I will now be man when you're fine girl. I'm going to suffer quite open. You know, see, this thing is annoying. And Crawford be a or Beman about that, my girlfriend, your course of first to say, your papa worry. Your papa did the local counseling. I bet you about them or our own way. Or my can't count one song while I bet 3 years action or so for the say, or more hour than a big. Later, no so for an answer your banner pay. To when you find it, you have to water and no support take your pay. What I'm trying to say is, before I was enough to 40 years, if you say, so how about Bema wanting it to be before Benja, I get a tomb, no one himself, move it to the other. But there, the Matamata who be about Monko counseling. When you say, baby, they are less to hear list to be more be said. China, what a super seer. Who whips at any time begin a Makuna and a Makotono. Eh? Listen, I didn't I said you wouldn't know about it in a 2 weeks. What did I come back at the Cosamba again for so? But by one about the Tennessee at the Bobra, I won't when you get in and only your body never say anything. Some union move up the expansion of your body. I am I'm betting me up as I'm crying down, come on, Moody, your money every moment. As I said, you can money, whole list. My man to my free or the the back, I don't know what to America. The school is near Mutia. What kind of thing is that? Oko the eastern part of the world. Se Obama Ekwari Oba. The father of the girl, no, on the boca. Because the truth is that Papa no, my 6, Mama come across in the 2 chain. Back 30 years. Back 32. Back was the only chair and a pack on a video or accommodation only be on our way. Nanya Maya was not maybe about say, oh, Masters no good now, Moody would be any. May Baba for back could be fear. As all when it is all I say. But then I met my account or betting from a banana. Now, Masters go chain. One now feed your mom, one now shelter or more, one now you be at the mom. Now, oh, be before back across the battle, the banner they born hook up and you know. And so, 10,000 Ghana cities. na oton tuma we mami na we we be ma se ba cho me ko the twasra boka so oko eastern part of the world so bi ba be waro ba wo papa no wo na wo boka na me because say how me koye where the man go for ti India obi wo ba no so omo man no so ti do na ko wo akwa na wo ba wo kunu because wo ma wo because be man ba be waro ba na ese wo na wo boka na waro ba na ko yes there be na papa na nkasa ama ne pa gold ti India na gold go e wo no o man gold jewelries nye gold okakoton o the man say woni wu kunu ko say modro point be in your life na ahochide ba fear sell these ornaments and start a beautiful life with your husband. India dia kura bi ego awade ya o gold e woni jewelry box man I said no ni kunu nim be mani nim ti omo ya na sa ahochide ba ni waji ni na say je na kokoton en sa bra ko frase sababa ni yesiani a odimu si fie no dama be ma ne yele mo go votina e bi kwa no de jumda hen nsa but we so de young guy on opo we ni wi a ono person sha na bra ba se ho fine girl o pa na asem kai e be bo wo nya agoro e no o mesi ni no sha chiri no we sa o mo na wanyem no o ma di go ba kai be bo ni nya agoro so bra e fa wa de obi sa ho asem no real marriage no abusua de no your friend is say engagement no that is the real marriage say white one you bet me at for chamber bia and no abrofo dia e omo tradition or the nyame di oni nyame ni omo ye omo white weddings we boy because and no yet religious and I say the bibia boni be bia no e hu say nyame na aye tie say ye the bibia boni be bia nyame ade tie go ye bi so please a man on tia say o for be man no say me music can say meet me engagement and that's fine monko ye mo engagement but na nam kwase abo nti no o be say come bram say be man no on to me for ofo a they can go to the court to go and sign to okay but so oja wa o be na bere o hu say ade we ya record dia to wa o ye bibia no so say mo kai we si fie mi ni mi san wi no jimi e be jim na mo ba no nti o be careful say at least e bia office e hu da chi asem e bi kwa e be do ba bi na be man so be ja o dia you can go to court to go and sign say ya worry. But our white wedding is a waste of time, waste of energy, and waste of resources. Having weddings, okay, but come in. And how do you define sin? Okay. See, the definition of sin, Bonnie. It is not in the hands of any man to decide what is sin. Because there are many things we do that people consider to be sin by in the sight of God and your body. And there are many things we do that to us, so how do you define a sin? This is how I define sin. Anything that goes against the rules and regulations of God is considered to be sin. Anything you do that goes against the rules and regulations of God, that is considered to be sin. So you ask yourself, what you are doing, is it against God? If yes, then it's a sin. If it's no, yes, then it's not a sin. But question I'm person be time. Now me explaining is about why does bad things happen to good people. But before then it's about impartation. Yes, all the things I'm teaching, people are picking many things from it. I have taught so many things. My children, no baby, who take you time. Now practicing all these things you will get spiritual impartations. So you don't have to wait till say David make us come and sit down, let's do impartation. Follow all the things gradually. Meaning because of what I've been teaching. But just follow all the things that I've been teaching and you will make spiritual advancement. Then it gets to a point. Then we see, so okay, this very person is really selfless, very sincere, very dedicated. Then that's why you seal that with the real impartation by doing initiation. Like the church that belongs to the Hare Krishna, after you've gone through all that, then now you'll be recommended for initiation. that's when the master will come and initiate you and give you a spiritual name. But before then, you must go through all the things that a year's obey and send that to the picker. The master will give you initiation. And even the initiation, you will two initiation. The first initiation and the second initiation. So after the master give you first initiation, to see how I obey conduct. And there are people, when they join the movement, in your first initiation, initiation because they can do one or two things. You know, they don't know, say, as I'm a trainer, maybe just second initiation. So, yes, the impartation is there, but it is happening every day. We just have to follow the things that we've been taught. Because me, I became Jnana because someone taught me, and I was very careful doing exactly what I was taught. So it got to a point, the master saw and said, yes, he deserves to be initiated before I was given initiation. Then, good things happen to bad people, and bad things happen to good people. I would love to say, you discuss our subject matter because it's very important, and we are, hey, go to. Okay, so just within 5 minutes, maybe in a so that we can go and do our one-on-one because Nipana does not will be enough time. The whole point is say God is fair. Before I met Trasono, Mami Joyce, she's so close and she's very dedicated. But she's always here. They say behind every man, there's a woman. But behind this woman, there is a great man that most of you don't know. Mama Papa was anyway. Papa is going to come in, but that's my wife. He is a great man behind this woman. All the things he does, people don't know him. Transformation, young man, or a composer. And he's a big man behind this woman. And we had good people. For Obi, every man a year crying all that she's doing. And you'll be the best at it. But he's allowing the wife doing that, and they come with the family and all that. So, Mr. Kubi, God bless you. Eh? God Almighty. Be here, on your mom. Because you are doing so well. You are doing very well. Trust me, and me, I do appreciate you and your family so much. Okay? The personal, because I support your bodies, I also support them because it's too good. Eh? Thank you very much. So, yeah, so about Dinty and Obi or no Yamotini or ya papa. Nabribiano and Funso and other mistakes, no man. Ne cramp and quantity. I mean, yeah, dear, and you David in one example. Many of you in this room are who say, you're too good. Then I may be piano, no man and one about. First thing you need to understand is that God is very fair. Okay? That's the first thing. God is fair. Then secondly, there are two levels of people. We have people who are under the material energy of God, and those who are under the spiritual energy of God. So those under the material energy of God, whatever happens to you because the energy of God is managing you. And those who are under the spiritual energy of God, whatever happens to you, was ordained by God himself. Those under the material energy, whatever happens to you is based on your karma, the actions and the reactions of your deeds. But those under the energy of God, whatever happens to you is not by karma, but by the mercy of God. For instance, Obi eye cromfo na oya arroba na onya any punishment biya na is because of the bond of oye yintia. But Obi a onre nya mesumni oya kronkron no ono so betimi kura nya problem a Obi ono ye arroba nya anything. But the ono nya oya arroba onya issue no, the issue no is based on the fact that the laws of karma operate on the life. But nipa no ono ye hotefo no, whatever the person experienced, because of God himself wanted him to go through that. Now, about the sign, I go pound this uncle for years, you won't be at the man of. For instance, Jesus Bass has seen someone upon that. But he went through so much difficulty. So the question is, But the band or any BBH man who's used so the buy of a player. So such people, no, whatever happens to them, no, it's not because of their karma. Say your moya body be Jesus on the bomb so. Ben and go on Casa and Momo for Sadi. Sadi one to Sadi Minu as a mistake. The energy of God, the spiritual energy of God, and then the material energy of God. Those under the material energy, whatever happens to you is based on your deeds. But those under the spiritual energy, whatever happens to you is God wants you to go through that. And it yes will be a mutini, and so not normal anyam God Himself is ordaining that. And will be on your mutini, whatever you're going through, no, that is happening to you because of the actions you have performed before. I had to say, remember example be to say, Emra said traffic light is all red. Baby, I say we the Jnana. Emra da homo bia. But ambulance, corner say as all red ojum. How Jomana? Yes. I am rather da home. The day in Emra ba say, sorry me be anko na ambulance because say or no or other different laws. Okay, one house within a general what happens to them. And Sani Pai obey me any accident. Obey me a obey me a boca, but everything is ordained by God Himself because on Himself when they bet me a package you at the end of the day, you know, be moving. But when I were under the energy of the material energy in there, whatever happens to you based on no way away you and so and about. You have to find out where do I belong? Do I belong under the energy of God, the material energy, or do I belong under the energy of God, the spiritual energy? If you find yourself that you are under the material energy, then you know say Ayebiafo will be an instance on the bounce. But when we are under the spiritual energy, means say, oh yeah, Ayebiafo and go and perform. To be able to know, and I'm not going to say, so guess I understand the now why wouldn't be say, oh yeah, and go up there. Be a tower. But you end up giving thanks to God, knowing say, and that to be body be there. We just understand we are trust me, I'm some air the bar. The ever told me, I'm not going to say, it should be no, probably no, and yet, but you food be nigh, and you're supposed to be nigh, and I'm in a bed, just added and told. It will be on New who said, Papa's message could have say to me. Upon the Papa, you're dear tuning, I just don't know where you come, or you be. Sandy part of the issue, you're going to be better or is it which can be any free? So, godly people, no, God used them to teach the world. So, whatever you go through as a godly person, you accept that in good faith, knowing very well that at the end of the day, your blessings are in abundance. And when things become very easy for you. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Our first thanks goes to the Almighty God for giving us travel mercies, including Daddy flying all the way from Ghana to come and see us. The second thanks goes to Mr. Joseph Frimpong. We have another Joseph Frimpong here, but he's junior, and you are the original. The second thanks goes to Mr. Joseph Frimpong and the wife for taking Daddy around all the way from Maryland to here and everywhere he goes. And then to the executives, thank you so much for organizing this. And to the Ohio community, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for hosting us. And then to everybody who is here We thank you all for coming. God bless you. And then please write all your questions so that when you see Daddy, it will be snappy so that everybody will be able to have the chance to see him. Thank you all for coming. God bless you. And as you go, we say thank you and God bless you all. Amen.
Yes, I think the next thing is group photographs.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know where it's going to be, either here or outside.
Okay.
All right, so is it everybody? Okay. So, first with the executives. Everybody should come out for a group picture, please.
All the Columbus members will gather around with Danny and they will take pictures. All Columbus. Columbus, please. Columbus. Be around the front. We take pictures with Danny, and then after that, we take a group picture. All Columbus members. So Columbus members, be around with Danny. Columbus members. And then after that, we all take a group picture. Oh, group for one also. Ohio for almost. Transformation members, please come to the front, please. Transformation members. All transformation members, please.
I just flashed it to say before you enter, like
transformations. Mr. Jenfi, Mr. Eric Jenfi, Mr. Jenfi, Mr. Eric Jenfi, Mr. Eric Jenfi, Mr. Obebre.